Hello, my name is Ruqayya King, and today we're going to talk about systematic discrimination in America, and also we're going to talk about some stereotypes that are often used for Black people, Black and brown people, and we're also going to talk about Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, and we're going to get into a few other topics that have to do with this as well. So, for my PO project, this is mainly to focus on the systematic discrimination that has been happening for years and is still happening today. And it really hasn't progressed, or it really hasn't decreased or increased at all. And I feel like it actually has increased. Actually, I take that back. I feel like it has increased and it's gotten worse, and people are way more entitled now, especially because of all the social media we have. We have so many resources, and my generation as well, we're way more involved because we have those resources. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have YouTube. We have so many resources to talk about these issues, and then we have resources we have these resources for the people that diminish people that go through these issues. People like me that have to go on my phone and have to find out that a 16-year-old has been shot by a cop, or that a 20-something-year-old has been targeted for a hate crime and has been shot and murdered while jogging down his neighborhood. Like, stuff like this, I feel like it just really shouldn't be normalized. And I feel like the fact that it is normalized, like the fact that we can go on the news and see, wow, another cop has shot and killed someone because of something dumb. Like, no one should be getting shot because a cop mistaken them for, oh, well, he reached on his side and I thought he was pulling out a gun. And that's where we're going to get into stereotypes. It shouldn't be a thing where a cop thinks that just because you're reaching for something that it's automatically a gun. And then we're being profiled. You have a black hoodie on, you have a hat on, you have on saggy pants, your car windows are too tinted. Like, it shouldn't be stereotypes like this for people that live regular lives, that want to go home to their families. It shouldn't be normalized. And people like me, people my color, Black people, Black and brown people, should not have to deal with saying RIP to you again, RIP to this man again, RIP to this little girl again. And then the fact that it's children that have to witness these type of traumas, and children that lives get taken, and then families that have to mourn them, and then families that have to pay thousands of dollars for funerals for them, that have to mourn their child, that has to go inside their child's room with no child in the room. Like, I feel like that's just, it's not okay, and it shouldn't be normalized, and it's something that we really don't talk about enough. And I feel like just making posts about it all the time, people talking about it on the radio, people making TikTok videos about it, like, I get it, it's really spreading awareness, but then it's like the big blogs that really make the money off of this, they take advantage. For example, I've read plenty of articles where the headline is 16-year-old shot and killed by a cop over something dumb. But then when you read these articles, the way they talk about the people, the victims in these situations, it's always justified. The cop is always being justified for killing somebody. You should never be justified for killing somebody, especially somebody that's innocent. For example, there's one of the victims of systematic discrimination, police brutality. His name was Elijah McClain, and this man was completely innocent. He was walking back home, and I think a cop got a call. Mind you, This man didn't have any weapon on him, and when the cop approached him, he has anxiety. So when the cop approached him, you know, he's asking questions. He wants to know what he did wrong. He wants to know, why am I being targeted by a cop? What crime have I committed? And apparently when cops get questioned, they start to get nervous. So that makes them want to shout at you, and that makes them want to have to detain you, because apparently that's threatening their life. So he was pushed down to the ground. They actually injected him with something that I'm not sure of, and he died. And I just feel like stuff like I don't understand why stuff like that is justified. Like, how can a judge hear a story like how are you as a judge going to stand? You're standing on your podium as a judge, and you let these cops go back to doing their job, and they're putting fear in other black people. It's no reason you're a cop, but you're putting fear in other people. You're a cop to do what? To help people. You're a cop to help people from being in bad situations, but for some reason, you're always the one in the bad situation. You're always the one with the gun in your hand. You're always the one taking somebody else's life. You're supposed to prevent people's lives from being taken, but it's the other way around. And it just doesn't sit right with me. And then, like I said, we have headlines, and then we have articles portraying people and justifying their lives being taken. For example, Trayvon Martin, I'm sure that's very known. George Zimmerman, the man that killed him, he's actually still alive. I'm sorry, he's actually still not incarcerated. And he's actually suing Trayvon Martin's family. He actually tried to sue his family for $100 million. Just imagine you waking up. You're still mourning your son from years ago that's been shot and killed for no apparent reason, because he had a hoodie on and he was being targeted for whatever reason. Imagine you waking up and you getting a call that your son, that the man who murdered your son, that doesn't feel any remorse about it, he wants to sue you for $100 million. Like, it's just unbelievable to me. And I just think that it's something that really, really needs to get more action taken into it. Because, like I said, this isn't even, it isn't even a personal issue. It's a nationwide issue, because there's so many people like me that want to get this talked about, that want to get this spread. And it's not like Black Lives Matter. Yes, everybody knows that it's a movement. Everybody knows that that's a problem. But then we have the people that say all lives matter. And this is one thing that I actually put in my slide. And some people don't realize saying all lives matter is insulting to Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is a movement to spread awareness to the police brutality, and not even just police brutality in general, just the systematic discrimination overall against Black people. That's not okay. And then we're saying, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. We're saying, oh yeah, well, all lives matter. Why just Black lives? That's not the point. All lives do matter, and Black lives is a part of all lives. But there are things that are being done to Black people that shouldn't. So there's no reason why saying Black Lives Matter to say to the oppressor, my life matters. But somehow we always get gaslighted into someone saying, well, all lives matter too. And I just feel like that's definitely gaslighting. And it's just something that some people really don't understand. And I feel like that's another thing that really needs to be talked about as well. Why all lives matter is very offensive, and it just comes off as blatant disrespect to people that are actually mourning people that have died to police brutality. That's like saying, that's like basically saying that when we have Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's many types of different cancers, but breast cancer is very severe, and it's known to be in women a lot, sometimes men. And we have Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but you don't see people saying, oh, brain cancer matters too, lung cancer matters too. Like people, like, you don't hear people say stuff like that. But as soon as it's Black Lives Matter, people are so quick to shoot that down with All Lives Matter. And I just feel like it's weird double standards against the Black people that just want respect, like that just want equal rights, that just want people to stop killing innocent people. So that is my peeled project, and that's just something that's always on my mind. And as a young woman, I feel like I'm responsible, and not even just responsible. I feel like I have a voice, and I should use it for something positive like this, for something that's important in the world, for something that needs to stop in general, for something that I wouldn't want to raise my kids in this type of society right now. So it's important for me to try to use my voice and try to speak up. Thank you.